Lean and Mean Academy and Southeast Softwash LLC in the house with
Yeah.
Cody Bro. What is up, brother? How are you?
What's going on? You got the rainforest behind you.
Dude, I do. I got bugs, I got dogs barking. I got a little blower in the distance, but it's all gonna be all right. This is my spot out here. I like it out here. It's comfortable.
Yep, yep. Well, we got the woods back here. These are Alabama woods, so they are definitely full of mosquitoes. So if you guys see me doing this, I'm not having a seizure. I'm just trying to keep the mosquitoes away. That's all we're doing right here.
Absolutely, dude. So today we're talking a little bit about some marketing strategies and kind of relating it back to something that we probably know pretty well in the south of Alabama. But before we jump into this, Cody and I have an event coming up October 7th and 8th, the Serious Starter Boot Camp. Cody, how many of these have we done thus far?
I think this will be number 5 or maybe 6. And it's funny we're talking about marketing because we do a bad job of marketing the Serious Starter Boot Camp. We're halfway through it. We've already sold a bunch of tickets to it. So then we're like, dang, we need to get that out there. So yeah, we do have some availability left. If you guys want to grab a ticket, it'll be held at the Southeast Softwash headquarters in Alabama. It will not be hot. It'll be cooled off by October. So it's a 2-day event. Day one is a bunch of training on the technical side, chemicals, soft wash stuff. I'm going to see if I can get my sidekick right here to talk about bookkeeping for a few minutes and give you guys a little bit of info on that. Then day 2, we pitch it back over to AP. And what do you talk about on day 2?
We're going to be talking about Google My Business, how to set it up, how to optimize it for rankings. We're also going to be talking about websites and content optimization. We're going to go pretty deep. I like to go deep in day 2. I've been known to blow a few brains up in day 2.
Here or there.
Here or there. Fill up a legal pad if you come. You're definitely going to learn a lot about marketing. I think you'll probably compress a whole year
Yeah.
or more. I mean, definitely a year on the washing. When it comes to the marketing stuff that I'm going to be teaching you, even like some veterans don't know.
Yeah.
Guys who, have been running for a long time still have not learned this kind of level. And so I want to, put it in a elementary language so they can learn it, but also something they can apply right out the gate, right when they get back to the house.
And way back from our very first one, we've got guys that have been to the boot camp and they're doing, 250, 300,000. I think we've actually got one or two of them doing 400 grand. And guys, we're not saying that this is the magic sauce, all you need. You just come to this class and you're instant. It's just like graduating from college, right? What you do with your degree is up to you, but we're definitely going to give you the info in those 2 days to go out and be successful in the pressure washing space.
Absolutely. So today's topic, oh, by the way, I'll put the link in the description. So will Cody. We'll put a link to the tickets in the comments as well. Get your tickets. They will go fast. We've sold a bunch already. So today we are talking about 2 different forms of marketing, really 2 different mindsets as far as how to generate leads when it comes to your pressure washing business. And we like to relate it back to an old fishing styles, man, way back in South Alabama. You got jug fishing, and what's the other one? You got line fishing.
Zebco 33, right? The old Opie and Mayberry out there.
That's true,
the
baby.
whistle. It does work, right? And Emily's parents have a little private pond up there, and there's tons of bass and catfish and stuff in there. So I like to go jug. This is off topic, but I like to go jug fishing at night with the best way I found is the big 32-ounce Powerade jug and a glow stick. So you crack that glow stick, you drop it in there, and you've got your 3 or 4 foot of hose, 3 or 4 foot of line, hook, and a frozen shrimp. And those catfish will tear that up. And it's cool at night because you're in the John boat and you can see the little glowing dot going across the lake. And you just go over there and grab them. But what's the benefit of jug fishing, AP?
The benefit of jug fishing is, and this is just me because you kind of tossed this one at me, and I've kind of been, toppling it around in my head a little bit. Is the benefit of that is that you can kind of target where you want to be, where the fish are, where you might think they would be. And it actually doesn't cost a lot
Yeah.
to put out a lot of bait, a lot of opportunities to catch the lunker. You never know what you're going to catch. Could catch an alligator, right?
Good.
Could
You
catch
gotta shoot 'em.
a big giant catfish. Who knows? Heck, could catch a snake. I guess if it was a snake wanting to eat the
Yeah.
shrimp, who knows? But the cool thing about jug fishing is that you can put out a lot of opportunity, and it doesn't require a lot of sweat equity. That's one of my favorite things is that
Yeah.
toss them out there, let them do the work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And the other thing too is you can use some different kinds of bait, right? I like the frozen shrimp. I know a lot of guys will use chicken gizzards and even like the store bought, catfish bait, different or whatever you're fishing for. But you can kind of be selective with what you put where and how, you can change the depth on the line. You can add 2 more feet of line or you can keep it shallow. So it works really good. There was a night we did this years ago. We put out like 25 jugs. It's a 10-acre pond, but that's not huge. You can see the whole pond from the John boat. And man, we were catching them as quick as we could pull them off the jug. We'd have another 2 or 3, and you have to chase them down. And it's really fun. On the marketing side of the house, what does all this translate to? Well, imagine, standing there on the bank with a Zebco versus having 25 lines all across the different areas of the lake. So when you look at the lay of the land on your marketing, it's like the way I did it wrong for so many years, from 2004 all the way up till we went full time in 2017. I did it Zebco style. I mean, we would go out, Emily can tell you, and knock doors all the time on weekends. And like you said, a ton of sweat equity.
A lot of sweat, a lot of sweat, a lot of investment, a lot of time, a lot of no's. But here is one of the cool things. I'll jump into the relation to jug fishing and marketing here in a second. But one of the cool things about a Zebco is if you upgrade it to a big deep sea pin reel, right? One of the ones that look like the size of your head. All right.
Yeah.
Now that could be you approaching a commercial job, or you approaching some of these much larger establishments like apartment complex and stuff like that on the
Right.
cold, right? Those are 30, 40, $50,000 jobs that you can knock down. Yeah, they do require some sweat. They do require some follow up. They require a lot of emails back and forth, that kind of thing. But little reel could reel in the big lunker.
But the thing is, here we get asked this a lot, right? And I think as guys in this industry, it attracts kind of the same kind of guy. And we want to know what's best. It's like Glock versus Sig. It's like Spyderco versus Benchmade, right? We got a Ford versus Chevy. The truth is, if you'll do the jug fishing, right, and let that pay the bills, now I can free up the time and I can go and cast for the specific Mako shark that I want to catch and put that trophy on the wall, right? Those big jobs, those commercial jobs, I can use my time. I don't have to have all these brain cells trying to run around and catch. I got my jugs doing their thing. That's the great thing about jug fishing is it's sort of, once you build the systems, once you get the site going, the GMB, once you get that stuff going, you go bloop and it's running in the background. So why would you stand there on the bank and wait, right? Let's make good use of our time, upgrade, get a good one, and then let's go be real targeted and let's do both, right? Let's hit the best of both worlds.
Absolutely. So the jug fishing is the GMB, is the website, and a lot of these things are pretty hands off. I'm not going to say it's completely hands off marketing, but guys, listen, hands off to me is not walking down the sidewalk, sweating my ass off, handing out flyers. All right. So anything that's not that, I will tell you is hands off. Do you have to solicit reviews? Yes. Do you have to do your project pages for your footbridge site? Yes. Do you have to do all of these things that I keep telling you about that some of this stuff I'm going to teach you how to do as far as content stuff goes at the event? Yes, you do have to do that, but these are things that you could do at 6 p.m. like right now. 7, eat dinner, do one tonight, do
Yep.
some of the stuff on the computer, and you don't have beads of sweat rolling down your back, and you're not so targeted all the time. But the cool thing is you actually create an animal. It's like a living, breathing animal with your marketing when you start harnessing Google and you start getting that momentum. It's like once you hit like the critical mass in the pond and you've got like 40 jugs out there, dude, it's like you were saying, you almost can't pick them up fast enough. So when you do this the right way and you have all your jugs out there, you got your GMB working for you, eventually there comes a time where it's 2, 3, 4, 5 hits a day, and at least 1 or 2 are going to be really quality leads. Today we got a lead for a giant parking garage. I think it's well over 100,000 square feet, downtown Nashville, right off GMB, free lead.
Mm-hmm.
Another lead came in about an hour later. That's a $3.2 million house with a tennis court. It's like 4 stories. It's, way out in the nice area. It's about 20 minutes away from me. So that's probably a minimum of $4,000, depending on what she wants done. So we're talking about quality fishing here.
Right.
That's basically free if you do it the right way.
Yeah. And when you think about fishing, right? Imagine, because we always just fish for fun. We don't have to catch any fish, okay? Because we can go to Gedney's and order a catfish plate, right? But if we got in the DeLorean and went back, and we're in Bible days, and we're Peter and James and John in the sailboat, we have to catch fish. That's work. That ain't no fun. Like,
Right.
you're sweating because if you don't catch something, your kids ain't eating tonight. Once you get that autopilot stuff down, now look, you're doing the same thing. It's still hot. You're still on the boat. You're doing the exact same process, but now it's called sport fishing.
That's what it
It's
is.
fun. It has become a hobby. Now you get to be like, hey, I wonder if I could close that job right there. You think I can? Yeah, I think you can. Go over and talk to him. See if you can close that job. It don't matter if you close it or not, because the jugs are paying the bills, right? The big net is paying the bills. But if you see something cool go by, hey, pitch it over there and see if you can grab it. Like you said earlier, you can catch an alligator every once in a while. Have you ever done a job you didn't want to do because you had to pay the bills? Yes. Been there, done that. It ain't no fun. If you got enough lines out, you know what you get to do? Sell the lead.
That's right. Get rid of it. Don't, or just opt out for it, right? Send it to somebody else. Give it away. That's the cool thing about having an abundance of lines in the water. A lot of guys don't, maybe this will kind of translate to them as far as understanding the value, right? Because everybody understands the value of jug fishing. If you're trying to eat, bro, and you got a catfish pond somewhere close by, and you're trying to eat jug fish, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
Okay, unless you got some sane net rig, you know what I mean? that might win the day if you just walk the entire pond with a
Or the
net.
old electrical line, right? The old cranked phones that would put out power.
Yeah.
That's illegal. Don't do that. That's illegal.
We just let them all float to the top, right?
Yeah,
Some
learn,
dynamite.
yeah, kill
Yeah.
them and scoop them up. You don't do
Yeah.
that.
I guess that would be the most efficient way, but this is the most effective legal way to harness your area and really get those leads flowing in to where you're not so worried, man. We see guys come in all the time, bro, and they're stressed, dude. And they got, who knows, they got their wife riding them for something, like you got to make this work, and he's trying, but he doesn't understand the value of what we're talking about here as far as jug fishing goes. And really, maybe he does, but he just don't know how to set it up.
Right.
He
Right.
didn't know the first step to setting this little system up, this little box that when you poke it, it puts out money. See,
Yeah.
that's the idea. You poke the box, a little money spits out. Poke it again, little money spits out. That's the idea.
Yeah. Today's a Friday, so we had guys picking up equipment today. I think we sent out 7 or 8 units today. We do that every Friday, guys. We build soft wash, pressure wash equipment. And every Friday, in the training class, just the normal training class, I'll tell them about this. Here's a booger bear, galvalume. Galvalume roofs is a fish you don't want to catch, right? And I can always see in the crowd, there's 15 guys in there, and they're like, but what if I did this, 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 and this? Could I clean it? Like, well, dude, what if I put salt and pepper and skinned it a certain way and flavored it up? Then would it be edible? I'm like, why do you care? If there's a million other jugs that have caught good ones. You ever had a catfish that was so big it tasted weird?
Yeah.
Like, you really don't want to eat those. They're fun to catch, but you don't want to eat them. So there's things out there that I don't want to do, right? You get the Karen, you get the galvalume roof. That's an insurance claim waiting to happen. You get the whatever. Even, dude, I'm so picky now with washing because I've got so many leads out there when we run our wash truck. If it's in like downtown of a big city and I just don't like the way that road looks, I'm like, nah, I don't want it. But there was a time that I would have cleaned that house with a pump up sprayer because I had to. I was Zebco. I got to catch something because I got to feed the family, right?
That's right. That's right. So the value here, guys, I hope you could see the dichotomy in this video of jug fishing versus just a one line in the water, little Zebco 33, catching one at a time. Can it be effective? Sure. But can you feed a family on it? I don't know. You're going to sweat your ass off. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But here at the Serious Starter event, Cody's going to be teaching the technical aspect of soft washing, safety, OSHA compliance, chemical knowledge. We're actually going to go out and we're going to clean an area together. He's going to walk you through all the pitfalls, all the things that can, frankly, really cost you a lot of money. You lose a lot of money on site. We're going to make sure that we check those boxes and cross the T's, dot the I's to where that doesn't happen to you. And on day 2, I'm going to be hashing out all the marketing for you guys, showing you how to set up your own little jug fishing system to where you're not so worried about all the leads coming in and it's not one at a time. It's going to take a little work up front, but I promise you it can be in the air conditioning and not outside on the sidewalk with that shoe leather investment. Adjusting that tie up.
Yeah, it's not fun. And I kind of put, door to door, I put business cards, I put yard bandit signs all in that category. Yeah, I mean, you got to have some business cards. But Aaron, when the last time you gave a flip about handing out it's not like it's not on your mind, right? If you meet a good one, yeah, give them a card. But those are the Zebco things. We do them. They're there. We're not saying they don't work, but it's just definitely not what you want to structure your business and your success long term on. We've had several hundred people come to the boot camp so far. I guess we're probably close to 200, I guess, at this point with all the different events. Guys love it. It's a great time. We get to hang out for a couple of days, and it's a lot of value, a lot of information. If you're coming, bring a notepad and a clear mind. All right, because you're gonna get fire hose down pretty good.
You're gonna need 2 Monster Energies that morning, boy. You're gonna need you go Hey, and we're gonna feed you guys both days,
Yeah.
so, for lunch, so don't worry about bringing yourself a packed lunch, but, it's gonna be a fun time. I will see you guys at the Serious Starter Boot Camp, October 7th and 8th. Link is in the description. Grab your tickets. Link is in the comments as well. We'll see you guys in the next video.